Hello, hello, Hep Souls. Welcome to a special Saturday afternoon makeup session where I jump on to complete out this morning's free readings because I didn't get through many of them. So I like to come back and give back to the community. So there is no chat in here because I'm not taking any new requests in this session. I will be back here in 3 hours at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for my evening session. So you can join me then or tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you want to have a new request. But I'm going to jump in here. After I'm done here, I will post a comment on the bottom, pin it. It'll be the order in which all of these readings were completed. And there's quite a few. So we're going to jump in and get you your messages here. If my mouse will work. We'll move that over here. And we're starting off. We had left off with Happy Pill in the free reading. So Happy Pill, you wanted to know upcoming blessings and happiness. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. Let me just give these a shuffle. We are using the Chinese Tarot. Happy Chinese New Year to all of you. And thank you for all the thumbs up to it. Really appreciate it helps spread the Zen love. So thank you for doing that. All right, so let's take a look here. What blessings and happiness are coming your way here? All right. So you do have the Two of Swords and the Page of Staves, which is the Page of Wands. Now, this energy here for you, the Two of Swords is about like being on a crossroads. And it's about closing your eyes, opening your heart, and following your heart does bring in this new passion, this new drive, this new energy moving forward in a direction here for you. So if you've been like undecided or you have these decisions, these are important decisions. Of course, it's not what are you going to have for supper. It's like a significant change or direction for your life here. And if you will, close your eyes and open your heart and follow where your heart wants to lead, giving your heart a seat at the table, then it's going to become a no-brainer. You will see what it is. It's going to become very clear. If you are not sure of which direction to go, it means you don't have enough information yet. So pause and wait. If someone's pressuring you to make a decision, then the answer is no. And if they're like, oh, okay, well, take more time because they want you to say yes, but you are not sure yet. And so you can say no. And believe me, they will give you more time because they want you to say yes. And if the answer is no, then they will give you the additional time. Can also ask Spirit for clarification, and they will bring it to you. We have to ask of our own free will. Say, I'm really unsure. Can you give me a piece of information that makes this a no-brainer decision? And they will bring that to you. And that's where I feel like this energy comes in because you're focused and you're like, you know what? I trust you. I'm not going to be, wishy-washy about this. I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to wait until I hear from you. And they will. They will show you the answer you need. And that's where this blessing and this happiness comes in because it does turn out to be very well for you. You're like, yeah, I'm excited about this, and it's a obvious choice that happens then. So I like that for you, Happy Pill. So many blessings to you. That's just one of many blessings headed your way, but that's the one I want you to know about. I feel like that's coming up pretty quick here. All right, so many blessings. All right. And then Magician, you are up next. And you wanted messages from your spirit guides. All right, let's take a look here and see what your spirit guides want you to know. Right here, boom, boom. All right, look at you. So you've got the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Cups. So 9 of Cups is dreams come true, wishing upon a star in a way. But the 10 of Swords is a great card to get in combination because this is you letting go of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have around what needs to happen before dreams come true, even around the definition of what dreams come true means. The 10 of Swords is a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that we've been given as we're growing up, right? There's a lot of popular opinion and blah, 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 yada, 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 right? of how things are supposed to be and your dream is this, and they hand you a dream, and we don't know any better. We're like, okay, thank you. And then we try to live that dream, but that dream isn't ours. We wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. But it's not, it doesn't excite us. It doesn't give us that because it's not ours. This 10 of Swords is cutting away these old, smaller t truths of thinking that are rooted in fear. And it's allowing you to see things from a higher perspective, have clarity on what your dream is. And with that clarity becomes a lot of this energy of wanting to move forward, of wanting to step forward and wanting to do that. So I really like that for you. And that's what they have for you right now. They're just like, just know that there's clarity coming, and you can just take time to go, what is of me and what is of what I've been conditioned and given in my life, because it'll be very obvious for you. One will excite you, the other will feel like it's work to do. All right. So that's what they have for you, magician. So many blessings to you. I like that. Clarity on your dream. All right. And then Sana. Hello, Sana. You want to know, when are you going to be meeting your future spouse? All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about timing here? Meeting the spouse. Excuse me. Wow, I just put this back in and this came back out. The 9 of Cups, but you have the Ace of Swords for you here. And the 9 of Cups is like the dream come true. And, you know, you're going to be happy with it, the timing of things. But the Ace of Swords is, that Ace of Swords here, like we are just talking about with all these small t truths. It's clarity around what you're wanting and why. So when we're asking about the whens, there is this belief we have around, well, I'm supposed to be married by a certain date, or time in my life. And it's becoming and letting that go and releasing that energy around it. Because we have like, well, the dream come true has to be done by this particular time. But this is freedom from the, I don't know, being contained by timing, because so much timing has to do with us. There's not a fated time usually in our lives for things to happen. Usually birth is one of the main things. The rest of it is ranges. And when we're like, it has to be this by this time, but what if that's not for our highest experience? And I feel like there's this release that Spirit is saying here for you with that Ace of Swords, just to be open-minded, to see things from a higher perspective and go, I do feel like you have marriage in your fate to come, but it's a range. And the more you look and release fears and desires around, a specific date. Because if we have like, I want it to be by this date, then we actually are putting our energy into wanting instead of gratitude for what's coming. When we're focused on wanting, we tell the universe, I really like to want, but not receive, right? And I feel like there's this releasing timing allows things to come in sooner or maybe a little later, but I feel like it's more sooner for you because we're not focused on time. If I'm focused on time, then our energy tells the universe, I really enjoy paying attention to time and having fear around time and having concern around time. And then that makes us them extend the timing so that we can experience it more, because we're telling them, I really am enjoying this. So hopefully that makes sense. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Hacking up here. So, focusing on gratitude, trust, right? Creator, I trust you that you're going to bring the perfect person in the perfect time in the perfect way. And instead, I'm going to use my energy on other things. And but gratitude is what raises our love vibration and actually brings in things sooner. The more concerned we are with fear, lower vibrational energies, that's what slows everything down. So hopefully that helps a little bit there, Sana. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And we'll continue moving down the list here. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. So, Sherry Lee Rodriguez, you are up next. Hello. Anything good coming in for you? Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know? What is good headed your way here? All right. Well, you got temperance. Yeah, you got patience. That's good, right? But it's gold. The temperance card usually has like two cups in it that goes back and forth. And it's interesting. They have the five of cups because there's usually three cups built and two cups in the back. And what's good coming in here, and I know this may not sound good up front, but when you're faced with some lower vibrational emotions, which we all are, it's what we come here to experience. So we experience all those. At some point in our life, we realize the Two of Cups are power of emotional choice, that I get to choose what I feel about a situation. The Temperance is the building, the transformation of your awareness around your power of emotional choice. And what it does is it allows you to go back and look at an old emotion that's really charged with a lot of pain and suffering and even a little bit of pain and suffering. You can start off small. You look at something and go, why did that bother me? And then you realize, well, when that person did that, I was defining myself by it. But really, every emotion is either of unconditional love, higher vibration, or lower vibration rooted in fear of some sort. And when those emotions are expressed to us, like from other people, if it's not unconditional love, then it's out of fear. And we realize when that person said that thing or didn't say that thing, like I love you, right? Or did that thing or didn't do that thing, then it was out of fear that they were doing that. And that didn't mean anything about me. They were freaking out like someone drowning. And whatever they do was out of panic, and it wasn't out of, oh, I'm going to get you today. It was like they're in fear. Little inner child was just trying to do whatever it felt it needed to do to feel safe and in control. And so there's this transformation that comes in here. And I know this is like anything good. It is, because as you're learning this, you no longer become at the whim of the outside world to determine what emotions you feel. You realize I get to choose what anything means. And regardless of what comes in my way from the outside world, I choose my emotion. You also choose your story, your energy, your actions, and it releases you from feeling responsible for everyone else's um, emotional choices, and you put that power back into what you can control, which is your own emotions. You start changing your habits, and it's empowering for you. So that really is a good thing, Shirley. I know that seems a lot very deep and like, wow, I just wanted to know if I was going to win Powerball. But this is empowering because it changes your whole emotional journey in this lifetime. All right, so that's what they got for you, Shirley. So many blessings to you. And then great quartz, you are up and you'd like a general reading. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know here, great quartz? All right. So you do have this past life energy with the Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands that feels almost burdensome. There's this great change and this alteration. I feel like that you are getting some information about some past life energies of some stuff that you went through in the past that you have kind of bubbling below the surface that you want to see some different ways of looking at it in this lifetime. You know, I don't karmic debt doesn't really sit well with me. What spirit has shown me that we're more like very curious beings. We like to see all the different perspectives of something. And so like one lifetime I might be a slave owner. Then another lifetime might wanna be a slave, not out of punishment, making up for karma, right? That's why it just doesn't feel like unconditional love to me. But curiosity is, I wanna see, I've seen it from this point, I wanna see it from this point, and then this point, from a townsperson, from a spouse or relative. It's like I get to see it from all these different directions and understand it. And I feel like this is what's coming in here for you, is that there's some interesting twists and plot twists that are happening that might feel familiar to you, but there's a lot of energy, past life coming in here. And there might even be an individual that comes into your life that you feel this draw to, like it just unexplainable. Like, why? I don't even know you. Haven't known you in my life, but I feel like I know you better than my brother or, family. How is that possible? And it's because it's old past life energy that's coming up. It's this plot twist, and I feel like you're having this switch of energy and this awareness that comes in when you realize, oh, this is past life energies that I'm transforming and experiencing, so that I can experience it a different way. And I just feel like it brings in a lot of clarity around that. And if you don't do past life readings, and if you want one, I do offer those. The information's down in the description box below, just if in case that interests you. But I love that energy, so that's what's coming in for you, Almighty Great Quartz. All right, many blessings, and then Sunflower. Hey, Sunflower, I'll respond to your email with your past life readings. Speaking of past life readings, so good to see you. And you want to know what blessings will be happening for Eric and you together in love this year. I think you're the same Sunflower that I sent me an email. If not, disregard what I just said. So, what is happening for Eric and you together in love this year? What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. All right. You know, we've got some changing of some emotion going on here. Um, because we've got this Three of Cups, which is joy and celebration. We ask for blessings. So, otherwise I'd say, uh-oh, third party situation, but it's blessing. So it's not third party, it's joy, it's celebration. It's even getting to know a tribe. And the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind emotions that don't serve, heading towards something more wish fulfillment. So I do feel like here there's this it's like you guys are choosing your tribe. You're leaving behind some friendships, emotions that you're investing in, even some family maybe, but whatever these relationships are that you together have, and you're leaving behind, even individually, I feel like you're leaving behind some friendships, some family, and you're readjusting your energy. Uh, it's like you're gathering back energy, emotional energy from different sources, and it bringing you joy. And because I feel like whoever these individuals are, they're not joyful. They don't bring you joy. They actually, I feel like they try to pit, like put you guys against one another, and they try to, it's all about them, and they don't care how it impacts other people. And you're realizing that you guys have been putting all the energy into all these different relationships, and you're like, they're not benefiting us. They're not good and healthy for us. So we're choosing to step away and not invest as much in. Some will fall away. Some you are like, yeah, we know we don't even want to invest in these. But I feel like it brings you joy, and you're doing this together as a couple, that you're like, "You know what? I don't feel like that person, we shouldn't spend as much time around them as we do, because it really impacts our relationship, and I don't feel like they have the best out for us." And they're like, "Yeah, I agree." And then this person in your life too, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, I agree. Oh, about them? Oh, yeah." And it's like you're specifically choosing, because you have this emotional energy that's available, you find a tribe of people who are truly uplifting, and it's a win-win-win-win all the way around, for you guys. And so that's what I feel is coming in there for you, Sunflower, if that makes sense there. All right. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. And then Angelina, you are up next. And you want to know the March month for you. So March, I can't believe we're almost in the middle of February. Before you know it, it's going to be June, where half the year's gone. No, just kidding. Hopefully not. Just feels like life is flying by, doesn't it? All right. So March. Wow. So I do hear you got the month of March. You've got the King of Swords, who rules over the thought, belief, mindset, communication, things like that. But also, all the kings are given a second portion of air. So they're not only the ruler, they're the master of communication and thinking, etc. You have the 10 of Cups, which is joy and celebration. There might even be, if you're looking at like maybe going to school or learning something, very much supported here. You would do very well in it. But I definitely feel like you're overcoming some thoughts and beliefs that have maybe held you back in some area of your life, either, you know, could be a relationship, but I feel it's more work and more that kind of side of your life, work and career and education and home and not so much relationship with a human, more just your relationship to the world. And I feel like you're making this change and making this alteration because you are seeing things from a different perspective, cutting away fears, things that have held you back in the past. I just feel like you have this joy that comes in March because you're not holding yourself back and you're feeling good about, I'm taking this step. And it just brings joy to your heart to be able to do that and to step forward with all of that. So March is very good. Again, if you really want to go back to school or learn something, it's very conducive for you to do so and start at least in March. So I like that. All right, Angelina, that's what they have for you. And then musical beer, you are up. So will you meet a partner by May? All right, let's take a look here and see. Based on current energies, let's give these a little shuffle here. Will it be by May? All right, let's take a look here. All right, well, it definitely is pointing towards a yes here for you. The Six of Wands, the Six of Staves is victory, joy, and a celebration type. And justice, hey, justice is, you know, it can mean something legal like commitment, right? In a way. And there is this balancing out of things as well. So I feel like between now and then, it's important for you to kind of look at what thoughts and beliefs and mindsets do you have around relationship, because I feel like there's some that can be dropped away. There's some that are creating it like blinders where you're not able to see but this way, right? But the person's over here, but you can't see him because this is in the way. So when you move your expectations and release some of these thoughts and requirements and blah blah blah, you're able to see them more and maybe even and sooner than you normally would. So I do feel like it requires you to kind of let go of some of the things on the list of that this is who someone is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, and who I have to be, blah. Again, all the blah, 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 as I call them. It's like all these opinions. It's like, why do I think that way? Why do I even want that? Do I want that? Or am I just, that's what I feel other people would want? It's really fine tuning because I feel like they're kind of a person that is off your list. You have this type that you feel you have to have, but they're off of that list, but they're so good for you, but you don't even consider them if you have your list fully intact. So hopefully that helps, musical beer. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Anjou 777. We want the February month for you. So the rest of February, what does Spirit want you to know here? All right. Yeah. So you have this possibility here of a new exciting love to come in here with the Ace of Cups, but it does require putting to death here some of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore. The Seven of Swords are thoughts and beliefs that are deceiving us, that have cheated us out of, well, we feel it's cheated us out of opportunities in the past, because truly what is meant for us never passes us by. But some optional things that you could have experienced, you didn't feel like you were able to deserve it, or yeah, really deserve is a good word for it all. But this is just us deceiving us. It's an old story that we learned when we were a child, and it's not even really true. It's not, doesn't bring clarity to your life. It actually muddles your life. It keeps you from seeing the truth of things. But I like this because this is, if you'll take the time to look at things, and I feel like, of course, Valentine's Day is always a great day for singles to realize what is love, and how do I love myself. And I feel like this is an important piece because then that allows you to really question things the rest of the month and look at it and go, you know what? This is what I want out of life. This is what I want out of love, and this is what I want, and I don't need to try to fit into these old ways of thinking, these old stories about my unworthiness and everything. I deserve this and I want this. So a big transformation, I feel, really kicks in here for you for February. But I feel it's spawned here by Valentine's Day, and how if you do have a Valentine or you do have something, it just doesn't feel like fulfilling. And it just triggers some good deep reflection because it frees you up, in your frees up your heart too. So I like that for you, Anjou. So many blessings to you. And then we've got Mizrak Bayin. You want to know, will you get a job soon? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. All right. Well, you got one card coming in. You have the Emperor, which says, yeah, it's all in your hands too. You've got the Aries energy, and the Emperor really steps forward with their energy, and they take command of what they're focusing on and what they are determining what they want. Not trying to live up to what everyone else has told them that you're supposed to want, but what do they want? And they put um, structure around it, form around it, and put action toward it and movement toward it. I like that for you because they don't focus on lack and they feel is missing. They take charge and they use their energy to have action and movement, gratitude for what they have and what they're doing. But if we focus on our what's missing, what we don't have, like I want a job, but instead of being grateful for the jobs that we've had, it tells the universe, I really want more, I'd like more jobs. But if we're focusing on the wanting and the missingness, we tell the universe we enjoy the wanting and the missing. So they'll continue to keep them from us because we like chasing after it, right? It's like a little cat chasing the red dot. They love chasing the red dot. But if they ever caught the red dot, it would just be done. But because we think the cat loves the red dot, we keep on moving it and it keeps on chasing it. It's like, no, 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 no. You want gratitude to come in here. So you definitely have, it's all in your hands, your energy, your power as your emperor over your life. You get to decide, but you get to choose what it is you want, not, sometimes when we're chasing after something we don't want, we don't have a lot of energy behind it and we're not drawing it to us too. So if you're trying to get jobs in areas that you think that's what people would want me to do, focus on what you want is a huge piece of this, right? So that's what they've got for you, Ms. Rack, right now. So many blessings to you. And then we have Empress Beauty. You are up next. So messages from your future husband. All right. Let's shuffle these up here. Cards falling all over the place here. Way too many for a reading, though. So let's reset the energy here. All right. So messages from your future husband, Empress Beauty. All right. All right. So 1 and 2. What do we have here? All right. I like it. So we have the 8 of coins, 8 of pentacles, and this is about education. For some reason, it's just really standing out. Whatever you want to do, pursue what you want to do. They're going to be very supportive of your dreams, regardless, with all of this here. And even if it requires, you got the Full card and the Magician, the 0 and 1 of the major arcana, which is starting a new path, putting energy and focus and movement towards you. And I just feel like with all of this, they're like very supportive of what you're wanting. And so if you're wanting to go to school, if you're wanting to learn something, whatever you're wanting to put your energy and invest in, they're telling you from the future, I support you. I want you to pursue what you're wanting to do. Don't hold off on doing something going, I wonder if my future husband would like this or not. They're like, I'm going to support you. I'm going to love you for what you're doing. So if you need to start over and do something or you're starting a new adventure, do it. Don't wait. because I will support you. Even if we meet while you're doing it, we will meet. I'll support you as you're doing that. So I like this about pursuing what you're wanting to pursue because they are all about growth and learning and putting things forward in action type of individual. So they're able to keep up, and they won't be intimidated. They won't judge you for it. They'll celebrate you for it. So I like that. So that's what they've got for you, Empress Beauties. Whatever you wanted to head off to and do it because you will be supported by them regardless of when you meet. All right. So many blessings to you. And then we've got Divine Goddess. So you want to know, does your partner know you already? So let's take a look here and see if you already know your partner. Let's see what we've got here. Wow. You got the King and the Queen of Pentacles, the divine counterparts here. I don't feel like you do because with the match here that is it's such a great match that you wouldn't be asking if if you um, knew each other. So you definitely don't, but it's someone that's you guys have so much in common, and that's on the surface level. You guys have so much in common. You still have unique differences. The queen has cups underneath. The king has air underneath. So they have a good solid foundation of mind. You have a great solid foundation of emotion, but you got this balanced energy of the outside world, a lot of commonalities, a lot of things you love the same in the outside world, a lot of the same desires, just so aligned in the outside world. So I love it. You would know, like there wouldn't be any question. You wouldn't be questioning it. So I don't think you know them yet. All right. So that's what they've got for you, Divine Goddess. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Butterfly, you are up. So anything about your significant one. All right. Let's take a look here. What little tidbit is Spirit willing to give to you? It's a scavenger hunt, right? They give you little hints here and there. All right. So they're an individual here that's not afraid of change. And the Tower card is about things being moved out of their life. And they had a lot happen when they were younger in life, but it was good. They have no regrets because they know with this Two of Staves here, this, Two of Wands, that they're the ones that hold the power. And they realize that whatever they focus on is what grows and expands, and they draw to it. Like attracts like. But they also understand there's things in our life that have to be removed to make space for what is truly for our highest good and to clear the path for us to move forward. So they really own their energy. They really own life, and they don't blame people. They just really stand true to themselves, going, all right, instead of going, why did this happen to me? They're all like, all right, why would I want this to happen for me? They have a positive way of looking at life because they used to not. And they learned the hard way through their life that when they focused on all the lower stuff, they got a ton more of it. And they realized, I get to change. I'm in the charge of my own energy and what I draw into my life. So I like this. Very self-aware and very responsible of where they invest their energy. And I like that. They don't judge people for it. They're like, oh, trust me, I learned the very hard way. And so I like that they're very honest about it and very accepting of others because of it too. So I like that for you, Butterfly. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we've got Shirley. Hey, Shirley Mador. Hello, hello. So you want to know, what is Jay's current feelings and thoughts towards your connection and the outcome of your future? All right. Based on current energies, let's look at their feelings and thoughts. Whoa, okay. A lot of energy. Simmer down. Simmer down. There. Recharge them here. So what are Jay's current feelings and thoughts first? Okay. And then here is the outcome based on current energies. All right. Well, looking pretty good here. They've got a lot of thoughts here with the King of Swords because the king rolls over swords, their own suit, but all the kings are given a second portion. So they get into their head a lot. You're probably like, no kidding. But they think about things. They really, really, want to see things from a different perspective. They're great communicators too. So I like this that in fact they might even be to the point where you're like, oh my God, I know I wanted someone who communicates, but will you shut up? You might have moments where you think that, but then you are like, you know what? You've been with people who do not communicate whatsoever, and you're like, I'd rather have that than that. And so you're okay with that, right? Even though inside you might be like, oh my God, all right, communication. I'm grateful for this, right? And it is because then they end up the 10 of cups. I feel this is really great. It does end up, if you can put up with all that over communication and overthinking that they do, you can have this feeling of a great amount of joy and celebration that comes with that too. Feelings of really huge emotional fulfillment that comes from that. So I like that for you, Shirley. It's just a matter of they got to get out of their head a little bit. But, you know, um, sometimes you have to remind them, especially if they're like an air sign, you just have to remind them that they have emotions and can they share a little bit with you, please? Not out of judgment, not out of, you're not doing this, but hey, I know you're a thinker and you're in your head a lot. And so I hope you don't mind every once in a while. I'm just going to ask you for some emotion. I understand. I'm an emotional being. You're a thinker. And I'm going to give you great mental stimulation, and I just would like some emotional stimulation. And they'll be like, deal. I like it. So that's what's coming in for you, Shirley. Many, many blessings to you. And then we've got Melissa Hodzik. Hello, hello. Happy weekend and happy Valentine's Day to you too, and happy Chinese New Year too, while we're at it. And you're wondering if Valentine's Day will remind Dino of you at all. Will he remember you at the time? All right, let's take a look here. See what's going on inside Dino's head here. Or heart. Or heart. Just what's going on. Let's see here. Will Valentine's Day remind them? We got the Temperance card in here, which is really, really patient, slow-moving individual. And we've got the Page of Staff, which is the Page of Wands, which is passion and that. So I feel like this is, I almost feel like saying, like you would say, that's so Dino. It's like they would think about the fun times, the passion, because I feel like that's what really mattered a lot to them. Is they define themselves by physical connections, and I feel like that they'll think about that. But other than that, I feel like they're just so patient about life and everything else. It's like, not that they just always have that on their mind, but when it comes to interactions with people emotionally, passionately, relationship wise, it always comes down to that for them. Because I don't know, I feel like when they were younger, physical attention was their love language. And so they take physical attention as meaning love for them. And that's what they kind of zero in on. So they don't think about relationship and all the other stuff. They just think about how they were touched, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I just am like, I feel like you guys are so different. How did you guys end up in a relationship? Was it an accident? I know nothing's ever an accident, but that's the energy they're giving me. It's like, how did you guys? Wow, Anyway, I think you'll have a good laugh at that, and that's what's important. So many blessings to you, Melissa. That's what they have for you right now. All right. And then Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda. Hello, my friend. You want to know what does Spirit wants you to know right now? Let's take a look here. Just going to give these a shuffle. Recharge some energy here. All right. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. All right. Yeah, we do have the Five of Cups, which is the transformation of emotion from focusing on the lower vibration that you always have an option to choose differently if you wish. And you do have the Knight of Swords, which does tell me that you're having this movement and change of thought and belief and mindset. And I just feel like you're just doing some good work in here around relationships with the Two of Cups. Because the Two of Cups are what's are behind here, which is the power of emotional choice. So, I just feel like there's some great, this Knight of Swords is like triggering. And I feel like there's some triggers that are popping up, that some fears that are just here and there, nothing too severe. But I just feel like it's like beep, a little red light beeps on something, and you're like, "What is that? Let me take a look at that. Why am I having this trigger around this emotion?" And you're looking at the emotion that's attached to the thought trigger and the belief trigger, going, "Ah, I know where this came from. And is that true?" And I feel like you're doing some good reflection here. And this is what Spirit wants you to know is that you've been doing this and it's been, you've been just transforming thing after thing after thing. And I feel like you have really moved from this place of feeling like a victim in your life, of that you had so many things that have happened in your life. Where, when we have that much stuff, I don't see how we can't feel like a victim. And we come down here to experience it, and that's okay because that's what we do. So, but at some point, you moved from that victimhood into this place of going, I know I had so much happen, but I've overcome and transformed so much of it. I'm really not so upset that all this stuff happened. I'm really going, you know what? I think I did want this to happen for me. And you know what? I'm really stronger because of it. And I just feel like it's been this progression of this, and Spirit just wants you to kind of turn around and look back and go, look how far you've come. Look how far you've come. And you can celebrate that and go, you know what? I am glad a lot of this stuff happened. I'm still working on some of them, but I'm glad all this stuff, because I wouldn't be as strong and who I am today, and I feel like you're really beginning to love who you are today. I like that for you. So that's what's coming in for you, Rhonda, because Spirit wants you to know they love you for who you are today, and you can too. All right. So many blessings to you, my dear. That is what they have for you. All right. And then Suna-san, you are up. You want to ask, will Wilden choose you as his life partner in the end? The end of the race, huh? Is he going to choose you? Let's take a look here and see. Based on current energies, are they going to choose you? I don't believe so here with this. We got the Death card, which is an ending and a beginning, and the Page of Coins is new opportunity in the outside world. So I don't feel like they will, but this is for you. This is the message for you going, no, there's an ending and a beginning, but it happens here because this new opportunity is for you. It's a heightened opportunity. It's an upgrade for you. And um, so rather than going, it's like you're being offered a seat in coach on an airplane, the one at the very back of the plane that the chair doesn't hardly move back. It's the one right by the bathroom. And it's like, not that, Wilden is bad. It's just like in comparison to this first class individual that's coming your way. That's the difference on this matchup for you. Now, Wilden, there's going to be someone that's his match too, but your match is coming, and that's why it's designed for them not to choose you because it prepares you for this upgrade. And I like that for you, Asuna. So that's what's coming in there for you. So hang in there. There's always something beautiful. It's never a downgrade, it's always an upgrade. Just remember that. All right, so many blessings. And then Chanel 111. All right, thank you for liking and being new to the channel. And can you get married with your loved one? All right, we'll take a look here and see if, based on current energies, is this what is unfolding and for your highest experience? Let's take a look here and see. All right. So you've got the Confucius card here, which is actually the Judgment card in the Standard Tarot. You can see it's two X's, double endings, double new beginnings, and you have the Knight of Cups coming in. There is this higher calling, this drawing into this different direction. The Knight of Cups is movement of emotion, romance. So I feel here, Chanel, that you're not going to get married with your current loved one. I do feel like you guys are going to end up going different, separate directions. I feel like you both have, uh, it's like mutual. I don't feel like it's like one leaving the other. I feel like it's like you leave each other either because someone has an opportunity and things are changing and you're like, I don't want to go there. And it's very much I understand, and well, it's been great. C'est la vie. And then this King of Cups, sorry, not the King, the Knight of Cups is, which the King of Cups is like an ideal partner. I feel like there's someone more in a line with your sole purpose and what you're wanting, and someone who's faded. So I feel like this relationship you're in now with a loved one is a stepping stone, and they're a soulmate, but your soul partner is a little further down the path. So you guys will still learn what you're wanting to learn from each other right now, but you will part ways, I feel, and then you will have someone else come into the future here for you. Someone who's more in alignment, because I feel you both are changing and you just grow apart. And that's okay. You both just realize it and no hard feelings. You're just like, oh, I get it. So let's just part friends and um, we're going to head on down the road. So that's what's coming in there, Chanel. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And then Shay B, you are up next. So you want a finance reading for the year. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about finances? Let's try that again. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Well, we do have the Knight of Cups, so there is movement of emotion that comes in this year, and that's good. It's happiness here because you've got the Three of Cups, so it's joy, celebration, and I like this. It all starts here though with the Six of Cups. I'm not the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, and this leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving to new ways of thinking, leaving the old fears behind. And there is even this movement of I don't know. It could be moving companies, it could be moving locations. There is definitely this energy with the knight. The knight is a movement. It's a horse on, it's one of the faster moving horses. So there's this movement of energy, this movement, and I feel like you pursue your joy, and you are headed in this direction of doing something that you love that ends up bringing in funds and finances for you. Definitely feel it's on the increase here, but it's about you taking action and you movement and doing something that you're more passionate with in life, as well with this. So I feel if you stay where you are, you just it stagnates. I feel like it's time for movement of all this movement of emotion and water and movement is very important. So don't wait to change and make movement in your life, whatever it may be. Just change your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and head forward, because you do move from choppy waters to calmer waters, which is a positive, energy with that Six of Swords. But it's you have to initiate. I'm changing my mind around things, and I'm putting action behind that change of mindset too. So I like it. That's what they got for you. So many blessings to you. And then Swaroop Bobby, you are up. So last week you got an interview and you want to know, will you get a job offer next week? Let's take a look here. See what Spirit says based on current energies. All right. Well, you got two sixes. Six of staves or the Six of Wands is joy, celebration. And Six of Cups is past life energy, too, but it's also smooth moving um, emotion. And I like this with these two sixes coming together. It's you're on the right path, you're on the right track. Things are moving smoothly and things do move. So that would definitely be a positive. Well, just the Six of Wands by itself would be positive. But two sixes are very flowing energy. And so I like this. It's feels like things flow very smoothly regarding that. So I feel you get the job offer, or if they have a second interview, whatever it is, it's affirmative and it's movement forward in the process. So I like it. Boom, boom. There you go, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we've got Ashvin Rai. Hey, hey. So you want guidance on your father's health. All right. And of course, I have to throw a disclaimer out there. It's in the description box of the video, too. I'm not a licensed, of course, health practitioner. Tarot's designed for entertainment purposes, and ultimately everyone has to make their own decisions. So I just have to say that here in the United States. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Guidance around your father's health. Okay. Anything else? All right. Yeah, I see here. Yeah, definitely a lot of stress. So what happens with the 10 of Wands? That's a lot of burden, a lot of energy. The Devil card is the shaking and the rattling, which represents a lot of how we have ourselves caged by fear. And the shadow comes to shake it up to make us aware that we're in a cage here. So when it's coming to your, guidance with your father's health, it is by these cards, it has so much to do with stress related. The more that they can laugh and have gratitude and joy, they come out of fear, they come out of stress, and their body is able to really work for them instead of shutting down. Because when we're in fear and stress, our digestive system shuts down, our immune system shuts down, our body is flooded with adrenaline, overburdens our body. So really looking into what are they fearing, what are they stressing, how can they step out of that fears and face those fears and de-stress themselves. So important with all of that. Can also look at everything as an emotional base to it. Usually, there's a great book by Louise Hay. You Can Heal Your Life. You don't have to buy the book if you're interested. It's an amazing book. Even within the book, they'll have charts that talk about what the human physical symptoms are and what the emotional cause behind them it is, and affirmations on how that can help transform it. You can also search the internet and go emotional reason for blah blah blah, and you'll get a ton of information out there too. Just follow your heart and see what resonates for you there. But it is feels very stress related. The more they can step out of stress, then the better it is, right? The body is amazing self-healing machine when we're not freaking it out with fear and stress. All right, so that's what they have for you, Ashvin. So many blessings. Hang in there. Sending your father lots of love and light. All right. And Vidi Jalan, you are up. So hello. Is there something that your guides have been trying to push you towards at the moment? Let's take a look here. I was going to say, Spirit really doesn't push us towards things. But if our higher self has asked them to do that, like on our honey-do list before we came down, and we're telling them, I want this and this and this I want to experience these things. So if I don't get to it by this point, nudge me, then they will nudge us. So it's very rare because usually we're pretty on track with our lives. Um, Even though our human goes, oh, I have no idea what I'm doing, our soul does, and we're usually there. But let's take a look here. Are they nudging you towards something? Let's take a look here. Do you got any action cards coming in here? Yeah, you do. All right. So you have the Chariot, which is one of the action cards, power of choice coming in. We got the Hermit card, which is the push and the nudge to be by yourself, to spend time inward and upward, connecting with the spirit world, because they do have two major arcana here. They do have these information that they and messages they want to give you. You got the Eight of Wands on the bottom, which is all about spirit wanting to talk to you and give you tons of messages. And so they're actually nudging you to turn inward. They're like, come and spend some time with us. We want to show you and teach you about your power of choice and you know, the power of choice, the power of free will, and that you get to choose what emotion you feel in every moment. It's either of unconditional love or fear of losing conditional love. Every story we apply to a situation, our thoughts, either our higher vibration, lower vibration. The energy we put forward is one or the other, our physical actions. And so they're wanting to show you how powerful you are, and that, they're not driving the bus and you're sitting in the back. You're the bus driver and they're sitting in the passenger seat, saying, hey, what do you want to do next? And then they're handling the nav system going, oh, you want to go here? Well, here you can take a left and a right, blah, blah, blah. Or you can do this or that. They're not the one in charge, you are. And I feel like they really want you to see that your life is not out of control, out of your control, that you get to choose, and you're empowered, that you don't have the power over anyone else's lives, any of their choices. Yeah, we make it easier or harder for people to choose fear or love, but ultimately we all make our own choices. You can give someone the world that can still choose to be upset about life. So you are coming back to your power. They're having you nudge to spend time with them so they can show you this and empower you um, over your own life, and to show you what power you have over your own life. Right. So that's what they've got for you, VD Jalan. So many blessings to you. And then Hot Sun, you are up. Hi. So, what do you see happening for my connection with Matt? And you want to know what's at the bottom of the deck? Well, you can ask all you want what's at the bottom of the deck. Doesn't mean I'll show it to you. Of course I will. So, you got the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So, there you go. And even have the Ace of Coins, Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, too. So, two aces are bellowing below the surface here. Yeah, there is a lot of clarity coming in here for your connection together, because you've got both the Hierophant, which is your higher selves calling you to this higher place to see what the capital T truths are of what you want out of life, what you want from each other. Just very, very huge clarity with that Heavenly Master. The Queen of Swords is the balancing between the head and the heart. So, there definitely is a lot of, like I said, clarity around what it is. And I feel like that the clarity comes between the two of you too. I feel like you're finding this for yourself, right? You're just really, what I'm seeing unfolding is you both looking away from each other going, Then you turn to one another and you go, so, and then you're communicating and you're clarifying. And then you're like, all right, that sounds good. Let's head this direction. And I feel like you're altering course with each other in a little ways, because I feel like you're not that you were lying to each other before, you just were unclear in your own mind what you wanted out of life and each other, and now there's this clarity coming in, and it feels good. It feels, like I said, feels like fears are relieved, things are out in the open, Honesty becomes a foundation of your relationship um, here. So I like that. I like that type of energy that's coming in here. And even if it's, I don't know, even if it's like, well, let's take a break and or let's step. I don't know if this is really what we both want. I feel like it's important because I feel like you forge a friendship, like a good friendship with each other because of the honesty and all of that, which I feel even if you guys date someone different, I feel like you guys eventually come back around for each other because you realize, you know what? I kind of like you better than all these other people. And I like our honesty. I like our relationship, and I'm not afraid to ruin it, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in, Hudson. Hopefully that makes sense to you there. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Dijona Sturgis, you are up next. So whatever comes out, let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. I still have about a handful or more to go here. So don't give up hope, everybody. We're headed there. Uh, let's take a look here, Dijona. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Looky here. So you've got two major arcana. You've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon card. Two great cards. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune tells us that, of course, whatever unfolds in our life does unfold for us. And in this case, even your human is on board with how things are transforming and things are coming forward. A lot of hidden things coming to the surface here with the moon, which we like. We have the Six of Coins that came out too. And I feel like we've talked about this before, the below the surface, some old ways of thinking about that I need to give 1,000 love coins to deserve one back. I feel like you've been working on that and you're aware of that energy. And I feel like you've been working on that. You've been really stepping into your worth in a positive way, and that makes sense why the Wheel of Fortune's coming in, because I feel like you're realizing I deserve better than this. I deserve more than this. And whether it's job or relationships or friendships, living situations, whatever it may be, you're like, you know what? I deserve more. And I'm okay. I'm okay with leaving a situation to upgrade and go into a better situation here. I just love all this things. It's just a lot of great awareness that's coming in, a lot of just hyper awareness, hyper clarification coming in, not just regular, but hyper, like clarification on steroids, but big ahas. I just feel like big light bulbs going off, and you're going, no, I deserve more than this. Why am I settling for this? And you're making changes. So I love that for you, Dijona. That's what they have. So many blessings to you. Then we have Charlene. All right, Charlene, I'm just going to take a look here, see how many we have left here, just to get an idea. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I have 6 more after you. So we are getting close to the end here. Just for those that are going, are you ever going to get to my free reading? But Charlene, so you say, can we help you find an answer to which direction you ought to go about dealing with difficult circumstances and getting financial stability, or whether or not anything is going to start looking up in any way financially speaking? All right, let's give these a shuffle. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know here. So difficult situation and or finances, whatever Spirit wants you to know here. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I see. I see here. Wow. So you've got the Tower card, which does feel like what you're going through here is something burning down around you. But the Ace of Wands is a brand new passion, a new energy coming back. And what this is telling is that, yeah, things are going to work out. Just take a big, deep breath, because the Tower hits us to remove things out of our life to make space for the new. Ace of Wands is the new that's coming in. And it also clears away things out of our past so we can move forward into something more in alignment with our life. So it's like allowing the tower, going, okay, I know, we move from this is happening to me, to, okay, why did I want this to happen for me? What is opening up? What space is being created? And I like this Ace of Wands because it is your energy, your power that you hold in your hands. And this whole tower kind of time that you're going through is to teach you your power, which is whatever you focus on grows, like attracts like. So when I go, why did I want this to happen for me? I'm like, oh, so it teaches me when I focus on lower vibrational energy of anything that's rooted in fear, then I invite more of that. Whether it's things I feel I'm missing, things I'm hating in my life, things I fear will come in or not come in my life, or leave or not leave my life, then I'm telling the universe, I love feeling this. Give me more, more, more. And then we're given more and more and more. I'm like, ah. And then we're like, all this stuff. Oh my gosh, I hate it. And they're like, oh, you enjoy hating it? Here's some more. And you're like, no, wait. It's like a little kid that goes into a donut shop, goes into the glass case, points at all the donuts it hates. Guess what? That baker is going to load up a dozen of those donuts it hates. But instead, if we point at what we love, we get dozens of that instead. And so there's this taking ownership of your energy, focusing intentionally as much as you can on gratitude and joy and laughter and peace. Then we draw in things that match that energy instead. So I love that for you. That's coming in here. So hang in there, Charlene. It's happening on purpose for you, and but you get to step into your power and go, you know what? I'm going to change what I'm drawing towards me. Every moment we're feeding the dark wolf or the white wolf. You feed the dark wolf, it poops on your carpet. It goes gets more friends who come. You feed them, and they all poop on your carpet. All these dark wolves, right? You feed the white wolf, they're potty trained. They go outside, and they invite more of their beautiful white wolves to join you as well. So there you go. Your spirit guides are funny, and that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. Then we've got Tortoise Love. Hello, hello. So could you have a look? Um, a work project, is it going to happen, or whatever message that needs to come related to it? All right. Yeah. Let's take a look here. I'm just going to take a sip here. All right. So what about the work project? All right. Okay. I see here. So there are some little challenges and conflict going on here with the Seven of Swords. Too many cooks in the kitchen, but the Knight of Swords does show movement of thought and belief and mindset, seeing things from a higher perspective, cutting away from the deceitful thoughts and beliefs, these fears, these ways of thinking. Um, there's just some flaw in some of the thinking around the project that just needs to be looked at. Some assumptions that, it's like, well, it's always been that way. And it's like, well, really look at it. Does that really apply? Because I feel like with the project, there's a lot of people with opinion and different things in it, but I feel like people are thinking incorrectly. And what I mean by that is like, they think, "Oh, with that thing, it's always this way." And it's like, but is it? There's exceptions to the rule. And with this project, there's like exceptions that's like, oh, that normally applies, but it doesn't in this case, or it applies, but you also have to do this. There's like this misconceptions. And if you can take a step back, look at it from a higher perspective and you'll cut away some of the misnomers or the misconceptions or misunderstandings around it. And there's clarity that could come in here with that Knight of Swords coming in here. So I feel like it can move forward. It's just there's some things that need to be removed, some beliefs that need to be removed that are untrue. And whatever the assumptions are, it needs to be changed because it's not. It doesn't apply to your project. and but someone's insistent that it is because it's always been that way, but it could be even like they are used to this type of project, but this whatever, there's an extra difference to it that they're not familiar with, but they're adamant that they know, but you don't. You don't, Blanche, you don't know. But it's not being mean about it. It's just like, well, let's get some clarification. I see where you're coming from. Can we just double check? I'd hate for us to do this and then go down that route. Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's approaching it without judgment and battle, but trying to hear everyone's perspectives, but also understanding that there's some incorrect ones. Okay. So I think we've beat that into the ground. So that's what they have for you, Tortoise Love. So hopefully that helps. All right. And then Scorpion 1180. Hello, hello. You want to ask Robert's current feelings and next actions. Let's take a look here and see what's going on inside Roberto. I just like calling him Roberto. I don't know why, but there you go. Let's see here. So what are their current feelings and next actions? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, their current feelings, I mean, we've got the 10 of coins, the 10 of pentacles, which is, abundance, fullness. They do have this the feelings, it's one of my relationship cards, the fullness of life, and they see this as, wow, this could really be something like that. But their next actions, they're going to have to put some of this inner conflict between their head and their heart, they're going to have to put it to rest. They're going to have to kill off some stuff because they're going back and forth in their head and their heart. And I feel like they're not even making a whole lot of progress. They're just looping it. They're just thinking about it and not making decisions and transforming things in their head. They're just, the heart is going, that the 10 of coins. It's the heart's going, yes, yes, yes. And the mind's going, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And they're just going back and forth. It's like you guys are repeating the same thing over and over to each other, that his head and his heart. And it needs to be like, all right, I see where you both are coming from, but there's got to be some compromise. It can't, the heart, you can't have it all your way, and mind, you can't have it all yours. We need to come to a compromise. And that's what's not happening, is they're just replaying the same stories over and over and over in their head. So actions are still looping, and nothing you can do. You can't throw a wrench in it. You just get to go, okay, I'm going to send love to your direction and you're going to figure it out. But I'm going to work on me. You're going to work on you. So that's just coming in, Scorpio, right now. All right. Many blessings to you. Sorry, I don't have more, action yet, but at least that's on the table with their heart. It's just their mind is out of fear. Oh no, we can't have that, type of stuff. All right. So tarot, you're up. So your question is, should you call it quits with N? So his mother doesn't even like you. Well, she doesn't like herself. So, just understand that right off the bat. Mama doesn't love herself. That's why she can't like you, because people can't give what they don't have for themselves. And he's hesitant to spend money on you. Whereas you'll spend money on him with no problem. Okay. In fear, you're looking you fear looking like a bad girlfriend, though everything else in the relationship is great, I suppose. Let's take a look here. And there's no shoulds in the spirit world. There's just different actions with different outcomes. So we're going to pull one card. I'm going to do like a little mini should I stay or should I go relationship reading. I do offer full-blown relationship readings, which they're half off until the end of the year. So if you're interested, check that out down below. We're going to give you one card for if you stay and one card if you go. Should I stay or should I go? If you stay, yeah, there'll just be more fears and more fears and more fears. The fears will come to a head. So they will come to head. If you go, you have the Ace of Swords. You see things clearly. You see things from a higher perspective. You cut away your fears in the end. So I do feel like, Spirit's saying, you will, wherever you go, there you are, right? Either way, you're going to cut through your fears, either by living them in these situations or in by yourself with the nine of swords. You'll be end up looking, you know, post relationship, reviewing what you experienced and what you learned through that relationship. Or if you don't, then you're just going to meet someone else and go through the same thing anyway. Because you're going to have to look at these wherever you go, there your fears are, because your fears are in here, not out there. If you go, what was it? There was a great thing I heard about, if the reflection doesn't change, it doesn't matter what mirror it is. You're going to keep seeing the same thing in it. Wow, deep, right? I thought so. I was blown away by that. So, um, it's up to you. There's no right or wrong choice. You will either learn through this relationship or one similar, or being single, reflecting back on this one. But when you realize, okay, um, when you feel like his mother doesn't like you, that's a mirror for you too. Where don't I like myself? Because people will reflect back to us how we feel about ourselves. Um, do you mind spending money on yourself? Because if your boyfriend is hesitant spending money on you, how are you hesitant on spending money on you? Is there some worth stuff below the surface, these nine of swords that can come up and be transformed and really look at it? And they can be not conscious, they can be subconscious, because your subconscious communicates with their subconscious. So the puppet of the mama, her actions towards you are what you feel about yourself in some way. And your boyfriend's actions towards you are also reflective in some way of how you feel about yourself. You can't control what they see when they look in your mirror, but when you're looking in the mirror of them, you're seeing pieces of yourself. So it's good awareness, because trust me, after dating five people who are the same person but just in different people's bodies, you realize, oh, your teachers are going to show you what you want to see about yourself until you see it. Trust me. All right. So hang in there, tarot to tarot. I know you get it. So much love to you. All right. And Nat, you are up. So what do your guides want you to know? All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. Wow. You got some harvest and birth coming your way. So you must have been sowing some great seeds to have some great harvest coming your way here. But you do have the 10 of coins and the queen of coins. Mother nature, mother nurture, a lot of abundance, a lot of flow. And wow, just reward all over the place for you with these cards. I mean, you just can't. And even on the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of coins, and in the knight of coins made itself known here too, which these are the two of the patience cards of slow movement. But I feel like you've been planting the seeds waiting for the harvest, and here comes the harvest. Yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, you got the page of coins, which is new money, new abundance that's coming into your life too. So I like this for you, Nat. They're like, you've been patient, you've been putting in the work, you've been doing the stuff, persevering, and now you're about to glean the reward. So hallelujah, right? Go buy that Powerball ticket. I'm just kidding. Don't. I'm not a financial advisor, but some good stuff ahead of your way. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dear. And then we've got Pakistan backpackers. You want to know, what message from the universe are you receiving for your future? All right. Let's take a look here and see what the universe wants you to know for your future. Based on current energies, it's always based on our current trajectory. There's so many different choices we can make, but if you keep going based on your current energies and current decisions, then things are looking good. Got the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Coins, Three of Pentacles, which is all about being true to your authentic self as you're moving forward here. And I like this. excuse me, I like that they're saying if you stand your ground, if you stay true to you moving forward, it is beneficial. Even your human is on board with what happens. The 10 of, the wheel of fortune, the tune of for you, the fortune tells us that whatever unfolds in our life is always for us. But sometimes our human doesn't get on board with that. Like, how is that for me? In this case, though, when that wheel of fortune comes out, even your human is on board saying, yeah, this is for me. But it comes from you being true to your authentic self, not being drawn off in different directions for, other afraid that other people are going to get upset with you, or other people are going to pull away their support for you. It's like, knowing that everyone has their opinion, but you can stay true to your path, and it does bring you benefit from that. So I like that for you, Pakistan. So many blessings to you. Hang in there and enjoy your journey. Keep doing what you're doing. Um, but also make sure you stay true to your authentic self. All right. So that's what they have. All right. And then we are down to the final reading. And as I mentioned, after I'm done, I will post a comment and pin it in the listing the order in which all the readings were completed. If you're enjoying these free readings, make sure to hit that thumbs up. It does tell me you're enjoying the content. It helps spread the Zen love, so you're part of the love tsunami. I really appreciate that. Um, and then I will be back here in about an hour and a half ish at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you want to come back for more messages. Apologies if I missed anyone. I'm usually really good about not missing anyone, but I'm human too. What? I know. So, final reading is for Tammy M. So, Tammy, how does L think and feel about you? Let's take a look here. How does he think and how does he feel? So, thinking and feeling. All right. So, thinking here, you got the three of coins. The three of coins, they really like this kind of rebel nature about you. They feel you're unique and they like you being unique and true to your authentic self and being who you are. Creative. They see you as someone who's very creative, someone who doesn't care a whole lot about what other people think, and they really honor that in you. And it's like this confidence that they see this in you, right? Now, when we look at how do people think and feel about us, of course, keep in mind we're a mirror, and so a lot of what they're seeing in us is what they see in themselves too, or they're just seeing themselves. So if it doesn't resonate, that's all about them. But I feel like this does resonate. And then how they feel about you. The page of coins, the page of pentacles, is about new opportunities. And I like this. They feel like that's a heightened opportunity. And they like how they feel when they're around you. Because the page of coins is like looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way, a higher way. And I just feel like they have these feelings of wanting to be a heightened, better person when they're around you, but they also, at the same breath, feel like they are a better person having known you and been around you. Very a lot of respect here, that I'm picking up, with both of those cards. So I feel like it's a very positive thing there for Tammy, and, they'll give you little glimpses into things. But just realize we glean more when we ask, "What do I see when I look at them? How do I think about them? How do I feel about them?" Because 'Cause they're my mirror, right? How what I think of them is a lot about what I think about myself. How I feel about them is a lot about how I feel about myself. So that I can do something about, the other I can't. So there you go. All right, Tammy, that's what they have for you. And everyone, thank you again so much for all your love and support. And just know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until we see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you may be in the world. We'll see you soon. Until then, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care.